Hello and welcome to the Surprisingly Sober Podcast. This is Taryn,
This is Trevor.
and actually, people are probably going to get confused by that. Taryn's the other person. I'm Trevor.
Yeah, I'm Taryn.
And I'm Trevor.
Yeah,
You're Taryn?
I am Taryn.
Okay, and I'm
tearing
Trevor.
it up.
That is...
And you're Trevor, the sex offender.
I'm not the sex... of the two of us.
You have been sexually offended. You have offensive sex.
No, you have offensive sex.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm the one who's been sexually offended, apparently, according to people.
According to people that don't matter.
Yeah, fuck those people.
Person.
Yeah, we'll talk about that story later. I don't really want to talk about that story
let's save it. Let's keep one in the chamber, like a good fart. It's always good to go in any situation with one in the chamber.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
Always have, like Russian roulette, at least one in the chamber. You're
All
really
right,
bad at the game if you go into 6.
So let's talk about what we are and what we're doing.
Okay, well, Taryn and I have been best friends since we were 9 and 10 years old in 5th grade.
Yep.
I drink. He doesn't do anything. He's a fucking straight arrow, yet he's fucking weird.
Yeah.
And that's why we get along so well. I am shit-faced right now. We just got back from Red Robin.
Yum.
There we go. And you're really good at that. You're really good with your timing on that. I feel like you listen to the commercial and just go, Red Robin.
I should have brushed my teeth or floss or something because I can feel something in the back of like my molar.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, this is Surprisingly Sober Podcast. I get drunk. He doesn't. And it's just our conversations. It's like we've said before and we'll say on everything, a mental health therapy session that is unhealthy for everyone because we just talk shit.
I think it's good for me. I don't know about you, but I feel like this helps my mental health.
I think therapy should have alcohol. It's a you get
No.
to a deeper.
No.
Not like you get shit-faced drunk, where you just like, I love you, man. I love you. No, just like you get to a point where like you're
But you're still like you're being chemically dependent on something.
we're all chemically dependent.
Which I think that brings us to our first thing on the whiteboard. Taryn's caffeine addiction.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
like
let's
I don't
talk
know what you
about-
want to talk about. Like I'm drinking caffeine again. I'm not going bananas.
Yeah, but since we've lived together for like the last
I've quit caffeine 3 times.
3 years, I feel like it's more than that. I feel like you've quit caffeine more times than that.
I don't know.
You've quit it a lot,
Yeah.
and you always fail.
Yeah.
It's just like your
It's
relationships.
because just drinking water is fucking boring.
There's other things that you can drink. Orange juice, milk,
I like milk.
chocolate milk.
I like chocolate milk.
Yes, you do. Apple juice.
I love apple juice.
Yes, you do. So you can drink those things. You can drink more than just water.
Yeah, but
Granted,
I
you
don't
should
know.
drink a lot of water.
I do drink a lot of water. I drink a half gallon at work every day, and then I drink what I drink at home. I clear off my half gallon jug of water every day.
Jug of water.
Yeah.
Were you ever one of those guys who carried a milk gallon jug of water?
I was. All the time. That's why why one of my coworkers bought me my half gallon water. Because he was annoyed that I carried a gallon of water around with me.
It just looked weird. It
I
looked
like
like a
it.
homeless person. And as you can see, we have a home.
Yeah.
It's got these tiles on it.
All right. So, what do you want to talk about today? I saw the board, but apparently you don't want to talk about what's on the board because I bring up one thing and you just immediately shut it down.
Which thing?
The caffeine.
I'm just saying you've quit a lot, and I don't know why you keep quitting.
Because I know it's bad for me. I'm trying to be better.
The problem is, and I think this goes back to what we were talking about during dinner. Your caffeine addiction.
We talked about a lot of things during dinner.
Yeah, you were talking about how you think you're invincible. Your caffeine addiction, I think, leads to that because you're like, I can stay up 48 hours and work 3 shifts.
Yeah.
You can't. Okay.
I can't.
You can't work 3 shifts and shoot 7 podcasts.
Good thing we only have 2 podcasts.
Episodes. That's what I meant. Jesus Christ.
Anyway, yeah. It's definitely like a mental health problem that I just think I can accomplish anything Like people like usually like mistake that for like, oh, it's because you're a real go-getter. It's like, no, I shouldn't constantly feel like I can have the weight of the world on my shoulders. Like that is unhealthy. Like it's almost like I sometimes strive to have more stress in my life just to prove to myself that I can handle it. That's not healthy. That's insane.
And then what happens is you get sick, and then you try and plow through that, and then you're sick for like 3 or 4 days.
And then I get depressed as shit, and I'm just like, I can't do anything now.
Which is so weird. I don't think I've ever seen you like depressed.
Yeah, I'm really good at hiding it.
I know.
If my door my door to my bedroom, it just closes. Like if I leave it open, it just closes shut. You can usually judge how depressed I am based on the state of my room. If there's like 4 cups, 2 things of empty things of ice cream, water or like drink bottles everywhere, and just like clothes all over the ground, yeah, I'm not doing too hot. Yeah.
Wait. Are you okay, Jared? Because I feel like that was just the other day.
I'm good.
Okay. Well, as your best friend, I'm going to believe you.
Okay, cool.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. All right, we're getting a little deep.
I like getting it deep.
You like getting in the deep?
I like hitting it deep.
Oh, not the deep?
Not the deep. I want to finger fuck his gills, man.
That was a very disturbing scene in the show The Boys, where the deep gets his fucking aqua lung fucking finger fucked.
Ugh.
Yeah, you like that
Anyway.
Jethro Tull reference?
Anyway.
Oh, I hate that. Don't ever do that again. Okay, this isn't an ASMR. Let's talk about how shitty ASMR is.
It's the best.
It's not. How often do you listen to it?
4 times a week.
Really?
I'm just more often than not, but not all the time. So 4 out of 7, perfect score. 5 out of 7.
Okay, all right. I'm a math major, and that's what you come up
No,
with?
that's a old meme reference actually. So some people will get it.
Apparently, I'm not into memes like you.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's your obsession with ASMR? Let's talk about that.
It's
It's not on the
relaxing.
board, but let's talk about it.
It's relaxing.
It's
Dude, you have the most like fucking irrational fucking opinions on shit. You will just pick something and latch onto like a hatred of it. Like just because you don't
So
like
do
it.
you.
No, just because you don't like it, you'll be like, it's the worst thing ever. It is
For me,
equivalent
it is.
to the devil. Van
me, it
Halen is garbage. They did nothing right.
Well, Hot for Teacher was good.
You just like will always like just like with anything that you don't like, you'll go to like this extreme level of hatred. Like
Yeah.
where it's like a 5 is just like you're okay with something that like is actually like a 3 or a 4 for you, you'll act like it's a 0 to a 1.
Because it is. I only fuck with 5 to 10.
Jesus Christ.
What? ASMR gives me like these tingles that I don't like.
Then don't watch it.
Unfortunately, I live with you. It comes
Dude,
up a lot.
I wear headphones when
I'm not saying that I
I
hear it while you're listening to it. I just feel like ASMR as a topic comes up a lot.
You know, it might help with your mental health to feel like you have someone there in your bed with you who cares about you.
Oh, that hurts so much.
Dude, watch Karina Satori. She has porn ones where she has her tits out while she does ASMR.
How the fuck am I supposed to go to sleep with that?
It helps you jerk off, then you fall asleep.
Or I could just jerk off and fall asleep.
Yeah,
What I
standing
normally
up
do.
for some reason.
No, what I do to go to bed, I fucking laying down. Just sometimes it's a chore. Jerking off is a chore.
Yeah, it really is sometimes. Like, sometimes it's not, and, like, I'm like, fuck yeah, time to jerk off, because, like, I just fucking want to. But no, I would say most of the time it's a chore.
Most
I'm
of the time it's just like, you
yeah,
know what?
time to do it.
It's just a natural thing, man. Yeah. It's just like...
Gotta get that little hit of dopamine, you know, keep you from killing yourself.
Jesus Christ.
No, do you know what really pisses me off? how like brain chemistry works. Because like
Doesn't make any sense.
you have like this dopamine just sitting around in your brain, and stuff like jerking off or like, you know, watching a good movie or listening to a band you like will release it. Why can't your brain just fucking release it?
Because you have
Just
to
don't be a
stimulate
cunt.
those things. You have to
Yeah, but
stimulate
why
those
does my brain
senses.
just not be a cunt and just give me more dopamine so I'm not sad?
Well, I just feel like your brain takes after the person that you are, so therefore you're a cunt.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, you're just a fleshy, like, mech suit.
You're a fleshy
And your
cunt.
brain is, like, the fucking driver. Like a Pacific Rim.
Oh my god, I've never seen those movies. But I
Really?
know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The robots
Yeah.
that humans control. Can we
Mecha.
talk about the word cunt?
It's a good word.
It is a great word, and I feel like it's an American thing where they don't like it.
I would say it's pretty much everywhere but Australia. Where they don't like it. Because in the UK, they use it a lot, but it's still offensive. Like, it's an equivalent to, like, calling someone a bitch, I would say. Which, like, in, like, popular culture, not supposed to do still. Like, you know, you don't go up to, like, a 4th grader and call her a bitch, you know?
Well, I'm sorry if fucking Kendra is acting like a bitch at the swing sets. She's a fucking bitch.
No, I'm just saying, like...
Don't hog the fucking swing set, Kendra, you fucking bitch.
I would say pretty much only in Australia is it just, like, a word.
So we're moving to Australia. We're going to pull a Joe Rogan and move.
Yeah, start a bright red podcast studio that looks like dog shit.
Yeah, because our studio looks so much better. It actually does.
I think his studio looks terrible.
It does. It's awful.
Yeah.
I've listened to maybe 3 or 4 podcasts out of. Okay then, well then, you're popular. I've listened to 3 or 4 podcasts of Joe Rogan since he's moved to the new studio, and I don't think I've finished one.
Damn. Did you listen to the Kanye one at all?
I started, and Kanye sounds like such a pretentious asshole
Wanna know why?
because he's a pretentious asshole.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, and I'm honestly, I haven't listened to very many podcasts recently.
What a hypocrite, and you're starting one.
I know, right? There's a void in the market, and I'm gonna fill it.
There isn't. There's a lot of podcasts.
There are a lot of podcasts,
But we're going to fill the void of
Honestly-
there being not that many good comedy podcasts.
honestly, I don't even care if people listen to this. This
It's just
feels
fun.
good.
It's
It
just
just feels
fun.
good.
Yeah.
So you know what? This is from me, not you.
Yeah. No, I actually think that's something like really important. I hate it when people cater too much, especially
Yeah,
like
they're like,
music.
I'm gonna. Oh, you guys like this, so we're gonna do this more. And like, no, do what feels good for you because
Yeah.
that's what started the podcast. That's what it's like. Bands don't sell out. Do what feels good for you, and if that leads to you somehow feeling like people perceiving you as selling out, then I guess that's what happens. But do what's true to you.
So
I'm fucking drunk.
this has to do with our next episode of Surprisingly Music, but doesn't have to do with the album. I'm just going to be talking about the artist. So everyone accused Hayley Williams of selling out.
Haley Williams of Paramore.
Yeah.
You can't just.
I literally said Paramore.
You did not ever say Paramore.
I said Paramore.
We will go back through the footage.
Okay.
And you did not say.
Okay, because
Paramore.
I said Paramore. Because I said I'm not talking about the album. I'm talking about the band Paramore.
Never said band.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, whatever.
You're the one who's drunk, and you're fucking out here questioning me.
And I have a very good memory, drunk or sober. So don't fight me on that because you know it's true.
God. You kept her number just so that you knew you could drunkenly text her. I told you to delete it, and you didn't.
Okay, you don't need to bring up Miss Pond into this fucking podcast. Okay, she's never coming back, and I'm forever alone.
You have me.
I
Anyway,
don't want
so
you right now.
everyone accused Hayley Williams of selling out when the 2 Farrow brothers left.
The fucking homophobes.
But then the guitarist, who was like the saltier of the 2 about the breakup and everything, he made like the same style of pop music that the follow-up album was, where everyone's like, oh, Hayley Williams sold out, she's not pop punk anymore, because she wanted to be like a solo act, so she got rid of the brothers so that she could do that. But then the brothers made the same kind of music like as her, so they didn't make pop punk after they left Paramore.
That was just as they progressed.
Yeah, so it was like whenever people are like, oh, they changed style, sell out. It's like not usually. Sometimes you just grow up.
Yeah.
Like, it's honestly sad that bands like Blink-182 still play the same shit.
Yeah.
Like, they're still trying to like be like high school suburban skater kids, and it's like you guys
Where
are in your
are you?
40s.
I'm so
Sorry.
That's a horrible fucking song.
It's bad.
Where are you? Because I'm so sorry. That doesn't make any fucking sense. You're a simp. You're a simp, Tom
Dude,
DeLonge.
I am sick of people accusing guys of being simps over anything.
Yeah, it is like
You can
just 'cause you're
ask
nice.
you can ask a girl out just like, "Oh, hey, you want to go grab coffee?" Dude, why are you being such a simp?
I've never. Wait, what?
Like they'll like just like generally it's like just the internet, but like people will just like call you a simp over anything. Oh yeah, I took my girlfriend out to lunch. Dude, why are you simp?
So that's the thing. There's like guys
And it's
cannot
like-
have feelings without them being fucking ridiculed.
Jesus. Oh, okay, we're unpacking something else now. All right.
No,
All
I feel
right.
like that's the thing. Like you can't do anything that's not like. Apparently, you can't do anything that's not kill a fucking bear without being a fucking simp.
Yeah. Well, you can't do anything for women now. Otherwise, you're a simp.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't be nice.
Stay woke, kings.
What? I don't like the way you
Like,
talk.
you know, how like girls always like, yes, queen and stuff like that. So now like the meninists are calling each other kings.
The meninists.
Like feminist, but men. It's the cringiest shit. If you call other men kings, walk into traffic, you don't need your life.
I hate the world we live in.
Yeah.
I hate the world we live in. We've been stuck in a pandemic for almost a fucking year.
Yeah.
Do you realize that it is Halloween right now?
Take your hand off the fucking microphone.
Fuck you. I'm not doing anything. It is Halloween right now. So November,
yeah.
December, January, February. I'll count February as it. In 4 months, we will have gone a full year in a pandemic, and it's speeding back up right now.
Oh yeah, it's speeding up faster than it ever did.
Yeah.
100,000 cases in 24 hours.
I hate the world we live in.
I hate the country we live in. Let's get that right.
Well, no. In England and France, it's
Nowhere
getting-
near as bad though.
Their ICU rates are almost full. So like I would say per capita it is just as bad. We've just been steadily doing it all throughout the summer and ruining everyone's fucking summer.
New
So-
Zealand's crushing it. Dude,
Yeah.
did you see what fucking alt-right dipshits are saying about them? So, if you go to Australia, they put you in a 5-star hotel for 2 weeks as a quarantine, and then they test you as you go in, then they test you as you go out. And then you can be with the rest of the country. They're calling it concentration camps.
Who's calling it concentration
Alt-right
camps?
people.
I'm sorry. Have you been
It's
to Dachau?
basically the same as being like put into a prison because you can't leave. Then don't go to New Zealand. They're doing it to keep their people safe. I'm sorry, you.
Wait, is it New Zealand or Australia? Because you did say Australia.
I meant New Zealand.
Okay, yeah. So New Zealand.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
They put you in a 5-star restaurant where they give you or 5-star hotel where like your food and everything is handled. You're literally just kept there for 2 weeks just to ensure you don't have the virus, and then you can go into the rest of the country with everyone else.
And they're doing this just for anyone who wants to go to New Zealand.
Yeah, if you travel there.
That doesn't. But
I think it's like if you intend to move there, but
I was gonna say like
yeah.
I'm not going to New Zealand for 2 weeks to quarantine and then vacation.
Yeah.
Like that seems like I know Tom Hanks was shooting a movie in Australia.
Yeah.
And he quarantined and he also caught COVID, which
Yeah.
thank God we didn't lose Tom Hanks.
But we lost Sean Connery today.
Yeah, which I'm definitely way more sad about than you. I know you don't
Yeah.
give a shit.
No, I do give a shit.
Well, I'm just a huge James Bond fan, and
Yeah.
he's the second best James Bond. He's the original James Bond, so he'll always have a special place in my heart. But
But yeah.
he's,
No, like that
Daniel
news,
Craig is the best James Bond.
that news shocked me this morning.
It did. Sean Connery seemed like one of those people who would never die.
Him, Sir Patrick Stewart, and
Ian McKellen.
yeah, like they were just like the
But Sean Connery was 90. The other ones
Yeah.
are in their 70s.
yeah.
At the
But
most.
still, like you just kind of feel like they're always going to be there.
Yeah. Robin Williams was one of them.
Morgan Freeman, he's another one where you just always feel like he's always going to be here.
Jack Nicholson.
He doesn't really come up in my mind that much.
Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves is 52.
Yeah, but I mean, like, don't you just feel like he's always going to be a thing?
Yeah, he's Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. One day he's going to die and it's going to suck.
Don't say that. It's like saying, like, you know that dog you just got? It's going to die one day.
Dude, getting a dog is honestly, like, the worst investment for, like, your mental health. I always hate it when people are like, oh, yeah, I got a dog because, like, I'm, like, depressed and stuff, and it helps me feel better. It's like, yeah, see you in 8 years, dipshit.
8 years? Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, like, with proper nutrition, care, and stuff, easily you could get that dog to live for 4 years. Perfect college dog.
What the fuck kind of dogs are you raising? You should be able to get a dog last 12 to 15 years.
Ones that I don't feed well enough.
Okay.
After killing a puppy with neglect.
Okay.
This isn't Anthony Jeselnik.
Yeah, I know, but I grew up with you.
You didn't know.
Your dogs grew up fine. So.
Oh, yeah, no, they were very happy.
Sean was adorable. I love Sean. Wasn't Sean gay? Can we talk about your dog being gay?
Dude, I think dogs are just pan. Like, you introduce two dogs together, they start humping. It's not about reproduction, it's about the love of the game.
Yeah, we won't talk about my grandpa and his dog.
Your grandpa fuck your dog?
No, my grandpa had a special sock that he would put on his leg so the dog could hump it to completion. I always thought that was weird. The good thing is I know my grandpa doesn't know anything about podcasts, so he'll never see this. My dad will, and my dad knows about it, I think. I don't know if my dad knows about it. It was weird. It's like, Grandpa, why are you putting on that sock? Oh, okay, cool. I'm 12.
Can you get a sock for me, too?
What the fuck?
For you to hump, not for you to wear.
I know that's what you meant. I know that's what you meant, Taryn. Either way, fucked up both ways. So yeah.
Do you think that would improve or worsen your relationship with your grandfather if you had your own hump sock? What if both your arms are broken?
Let's not get into the broken arm story, which is a very underrated story.
It is.
And I feel like when you tell people it, they don't believe it.
Do you know what I feel like the biggest plot hole in that story is?
We gotta give some background on it first. It's a Reddit thing.
So his arms weren't broken. His arms were just unusable. It was like nerve damage or something. So his arms weren't broken.
Wait, they weren't?
Yeah. It was just nerve damage. He couldn't use his arms, regardless.
Okay, we need to give some background as to what we're talking about.
This guy in his youth, like 14, I think he was.
15.
He got in an accident that caused both of his arms to be unusable for a short period of time. He was all sexually frustrated. Period of time,
like 6 to 8 months.
Yeah. I don't know how long.
That's what it sounded like.
Anyway, so he was all super moody, anxious, and just like super angry and yelling at his parents all the time. So they took him to a psychiatrist. They're like, yeah, he's upset because he can't fucking beat off. He's filled with hormones and he has no outlet. So the mom started jerking him off and led to them having a sexual relationship with one another.
Stop there.
I'm gonna hit I'm gonna hit the camera.
Okay. So yes, the kid could not jerk off. So his mom started to jerk him off.
To completion.
Because he was sexually frustrated. Now this is all on Reddit, so you can take it for what it was. It was apparently independently verified. I use that
by the mods.
By the moderators. Because apparently the kid and the mom and the family were going through some sort of psychological research thing at some sort of...
I don't fucking know the details of it.
Yeah, this is what I had read.
Okay.
But that's just,
Yeah, like... so he still is very active in Reddit comments, and, like, whenever people, like, will summon him, he'll show up from time to time to the thread.
Yeah, it's weird. I've seen a couple of those.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he didn't ask me anything about it. And people asked him questions.
He would raw dog his mom because she was on birth control, but he wore a condom with his girlfriend.
That was a weird thing.
He tried kissing his mom during sex, but they both agreed that it was weird, so they went back to just having sex.
But we're skipping over the fact that His arms healed, and this continued.
And they kept going. Yeah.
His arms were healed, and this continued, which I think is the... I don't want to say that it's the biggest, weirdest thing of it, because just the fact that you're fucking your mom is weird. But the fact that his arms had healed...
And he's still doing it. Stop hitting your mic.
I didn't mean to. Sorry. But the fact that... So, he broke his... He damaged his arms. He could not jerk off. His mom started jerking him off. They then somehow decided to have sex. Do you think he lost his virginity to his mom?
I don't know. I think that was one of the questions, and I think it was no. But his mom blew him first, and then they started having sex. So it went from handjobs to blowjobs to sex.
As a normal progression
just like any teenage relationship. You know You want to know when the last time I was given a handjob or a blowjob and then didn't have sex was? It never happened.
Yeah.
Like even in my youth, like it was never like, oh, I'll just suck your dick and then we'll be done. It was like that wasn't a thing.
Yeah, no, what
am I, a choir boy getting fucking fondled by a priest?
Yeah. Priest Alex.
Dude, you know for a fact I wasn't a choir boy. I can't sing for shit.
That would have been if you were in a choir, that would have been some weird screamo choir. Some weird like wait, are we summoning Jesus or the devil?
It's Christian metal, leave me alone.
Christian, is that a thing?
Yeah.
Of course it's a fucking thing.
Divorce Prada's Christian metal.
No.
Their album A18 is Romans A18. Like all their music is like religious.
It's even worse that they're named after a fucking movie.
Early Under Oath was, well, they're not. They're named after the book. They started as a band before the movie.
I know, that was a joke.
Anyway, early Under Oath was Christian as well.
Anyway, how did we get on the fucking Reddit
broken
arms thing?
The big plot hole in the story is like this kid couldn't figure out to just like hump a pillow or something.
Have you ever come humping a pillow?
No, but like...
Have you ever humped a pillow?
Like when I was like probably like 11. I don't fucking know. But it's like he couldn't figure out anything?
Couldn't have bought him a fleshlight? Because I feel like at that point, like, fleshlights were a thing.
I don't know. Just like this kid just couldn't like muster up some level of like
couldn't have fucked
masturbation?
A Coke bottle? Couldn't have fucked a Coke bottle or something? I don't know, he's 14. How big are dicks at 14?
Dude, honestly, like, proportionally...
What, yours was gigantic?
Proportionally, I don't know how big my dick was in my youth. Like, you know...
It was always the same size. It's always been the same size.
I've just always been rocking my adult cock since I was, like, 6. Just fucking slapping my knees around while I'm walking.
Would you rather have always had, like, a massive dong or have, like, had a small one that all of a sudden just, like... You're like, whoa, that's a lot bigger than I remember.
Well, I mean, that is basically how, like, it happened because I wasn't paying attention to it. Just, like, one day it was like, oh, dick. It went from pee-pee to dick. Just, like, growing hair down there. Just one day it was like, whoa, that's a lot of hair down there.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't just, like, I didn't, like, watch it evolve over time. Like, it was just suddenly, like, I was like, oh, shit. When that happened. Do you trim or shave? Or like what's your grooming operation like? I'm a clean shave guy.
You clean shaven?
Clean shaven.
I don't want to use a razor down there, so
I have 2 of the electric ones that you got. The green one? The Norelco? Yeah, I have 2 of them. One's
Philips Norelco one blade? Yeah.
Yeah. One's for my balls.
Sponsor.
One's for my balls, one's for my face.
How do you know which one's which?
They're labeled.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Like balls, face?
Face
balls?
One of them has masking tape on it, so.
I just got that one of those.
Do you know what the worst part is?
My beard really well, but
I always forget which one the masking tape is supposed. I'm kidding. Masking tape is for the balls.
Yeah, so I'm a trim guy, and I have 3 different things to shave with. So I have my one blade that I just got. Then I have my beard trimmer that keeps it at the right length. And then, then I also have a nose hair one.
Oh, I just used the Norelco one for my nose as well.
How do you get it in there?
Like, just like
Well, you have a giant fucking nose.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
so
fair.
you can fit a fucking train up there.
Dude,
I have a petite little nose.
No, I just like light a match and just
ah.
It's gone now.
And then because in order to get the nose one, I ended up having to. It was a pack, and I got another beard one, and that's what I used.
So how close do you trim?
Like whatever the length is with no guard on it. I don't know what that is. It's just the fucking.
Oh, so like it's like
just a beard trimmer, so it's like stubble, I guess.
Okay.
Is what I.
So it's shorter than this.
Yeah, like you can't see it. It's not there. You don't know like.
So you shave it then?
Yeah, I don't use a razor though.
Oh, it's hairless.
I mean, not right now. I do it like once a month.
I do it pretty often. Like I do it for myself.
What really bothers me is that it's a completely different color than the rest of my hair. Not like red or anything. It's just like dark.
Okay, yeah, same.
It's like well,
I mean, like, but yeah, my hair's dark.
I'm translucent. Our second reference of the boys this podcast, but yeah. So I don't like my hair is translucent, but then down there it's like not, and it's weird. It's weird from my neck down. It's all dip, and then down to my balls, but then my fucking legs are the same as my arms. So, welcome to a tour of Trevor's body. I don't know what color my asshole hair is because I've never looked down there.
Shave it like over like your bathtub so you could just like see what it looks like on the floor of the bathtub.
I don't shave my asshole.
It's fun.
And awkward silence.
Segways are weird.
Let's talk about online dating.
Oof.
This isn't about anything specific, like
we're gonna talk about why women are stupid.
No, we're not. I don't want to talk about that because I don't want to talk about specifically why women are stupid. I think just online dating is bad.
Yeah. I think it's really bad for people as a whole.
I think it's bad.
As someone who all of my relationships since Valhalla have been
as someone who goes hard in the paint.
I go hard in the motherfucking paint. Trevor.
You go hard in the paint on online dating. You are good at it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd say good at it. You're like Ash Ketchum. You collect them all.
STDs or women?
Women? I hope.
Yep.
So anyway, it's just one of our favorite things to constantly quote is "I like your fish."
Yeah.
And that's because it's a video of this girl going through and making fun of guys' Tinder profiles.
Because they all will have a picture of a fish in it.
They all have a picture of a fish. And to be honest, if I could catch a fucking fish, it probably would be in my Tinder profile.
No, it wouldn't.
It wouldn't be.
You're too self-aware.
I'm very self-aware.
To
where I feel like my
Tinder
profile is awful.
The counterpart to that for women is being obsessed with Disney and having it in your profile.
Disney, The Office are not personality traits.
Friends
is not a personality trait. Like, you don't see me going around like, I love Aqua Teen Hunger Force, which I don't. I've never watched that show. It was just the first one that came to my mind.
I mean, I've watched a few episodes just because I finished Family Guy, then it would be on.
I've seen clips of it. I'm like, this is dog shit. But it's not a person. Disney's not a personality
Dude,
trait.
I was thinking about recently, you know that scene from Family Guy where Peter just beats the shit out of the kid who's making fun of him for being old and fat. He starts punching his fucking face in. I thought about that when a customer was just kind of being annoying to me. I just wanted to beat the shit out of him because I was an old person. They couldn't stop me.
Okay, real quick.
I could just give a violent smackdown on this person.
Real quick thing that happened to me today that I wanted to talk about. This guy came in and he's dropping his thing off. I don't know how to do this without kind of giving away where I work. But basically I work in a shop. And I check people in and help them through their repair process. And this guy brings this thing in, and he's like, yeah, it's not starting and doing this. So I go out there, and I get it to start fucking first fucking try. I go out there, do this, get it to start, fucking first fucking try. And I'm like, oh, did you know that was turned off? And he's like, well, just so you know, I've been rebuilding engines since before you were born. And this was like the third time he had said something about doing something before I was born. So I just go, yeah, I'm young. Yep, I get it. I'm young. I said that to him, and I'm just.
Isn't it crazy that in my shorter lifespan than yours, I learned so much more?
Yeah, and he mentioned it a couple more times, and I just kept going, yep, I get it. I'm young. And at the end of it, he's like, oh, sorry if I was being an asshole. And I'm like, you're not sorry. Like, you're just an asshole. One of my coworkers is constantly mentioning how my generation this, my generation that. And it's like, no, your generation had the same problems. It's just
air quotes.
Yeah, air quotes.
Your generation.
I'm like, no, it's actually my generation. It's not my generation. Like, this isn't the fucking Who. Okay, it's an actual like generation. You like, yeah. So. He's constantly blaming like your generation this, your generation that. It's like, no, it's not a generational thing. It's that there's always a subsection of people in every generation that are the loudest that you just decide to blame all the problems on. It's not. It's like,
and any group of people that there's no qualifications to get into will have good and bad. Like, you can look at Antifa, for example, and you can look at them like Republicans, pick out the ones that are doing things bad, and then use that to represent the majority. Or you could look at the ones who are doing good and use that to represent the majority. You can really choose anything. There's how many people in our generation? Over 1 billion probably across the world. Yeah, there's going to be some bad ones. There's going to be some good ones. You can choose whatever you want to represent everyone.
Yeah, like, let's take your generation, their coworker, and be like,
air quotes.
Yeah, your generation is the Mitch McConnell generation. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
All of you are Mitch McConnells. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Or
Karen generation.
What?
The Karen generation.
Yeah. Or you guys are all I don't know, who's similar age who did good. I'm trying to think.
Are you doing an impersonation of Marty McFly? I can't think of his real name.
Michael J. Fox. Okay, yeah. Marty McFly didn't shake. And we can make that joke because he had a whole show dedicated about making fucking jokes about his Parkinson's, which I think was very fucked up. This is a very dear to me.
It had to be like almost like some sort of like humiliation fetish thing for him. Like, he was just too into it.
Back to the Future.
He was just too into like his own
the whole
suffering.
show. Okay, so Michael J. Fox had a show about his Parkinson's things where he was like a newscaster and he took some time off because of his Parkinson's and he came back and he was all shaky and it was just so cringy, the jokes they made about his Parkinson's. I was like, I don't feel comfortable with this. Like, and you and I both like dark humor.
Oh yeah.
Like, I think if this podcast shows anything, we like dark humor. That was so uncomfortable to watch on network television. I think it was on Fox. It's like one of those, after the Super Bowl, watch our brand new show. And I watched it. And there was this one scene where he's like scooping lasagna and putting it on all his family's plates. And he's shaking where all the lasagna comes off onto the table. And the daughter is like, here, Dad, let me help you. And the mother's like, no, let him have this one. He has to have a win. It's like, no one's going to eat. Like, it's fucking lasagna. Just let him eat it. What are they, fucking Garfield? Like, it was so uncomfortable.
Okay, but that is a really funny bit.
It was so uncomfortable, yet very funny.
But no, so a perfect representation of I feel like the way we handle dark comedy is, for us, it is comedy. It starts and ends at the punchline. Like, like, that's all we're there for, is the laugh. We're not actually like out to get people, And a perfect example is, so I was on Reddit looking at the r/unpopular opinion subreddit, and it was this post from this girl talking about how pregnant people are gross.
They are.
And she just went on this whole thing about how they're gross, and she kept saying pregnant people, and like, so many people, you mean pregnant women? Only women can be pregnant. And then the person was like, just politely like, well, female to male transgendered people can anatomically get pregnant too, and they're men, and they're like, no, nuh-uh, no. Non-binary people can be pregnant if they're born female. Nope, not a real thing. And it's just like, those are the people who, like, they take the dark humor and they're, like, using it to, like, laugh at the group, where we're laughing at the preconceived, like, stereotypes.
We're laughing at the joke.
Yeah.
We're not laughing at the
Like,
people.
Like when Chris Rock tells a joke about black people, I'm not like, haha, yeah, black people are terrible.
Yeah, I'm not using that to get on my high horse.
Yeah. Like,
yeah, no, I get it. Like, it's a joke.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. That is the difference.
But so many people just have a hard time distinguishing the two. People who love dark humor have a hard time distinguishing the two.
And that's the thing. Like I'm not a scientist. I don't really want to get into the whole
You're also drunk.
Female, male, like, thing. Like, there's whatever you want to be whatever you want to be. If you want to be a superstar, be a superstar. Okay? If you want to be a
Why are you getting all Trump about this?
If you want
to be a superstar,
I can get a fake Trump. If you want to be a fake psychic detective, be a fake psychic detective. I don't give a shit. Okay? All right? I just want to throw in a psych reference. It's a great show.
I mean, we already got our Bo Burnham quota.
Did we?
I did it. I snuck one in.
Which one did you sneak in? You can just sneak in a Bo Burnham quote and not tell me. I should know these.
Early on, I just, like, yelled segues are weird.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah. Never mind. That's always going to be our go-to when we can't fit one in.
Yeah.
Segways are weird.
Dude, how many can we make before we have to start recycling?
I mean, he's got a large body of work, so I feel like... And we are pretty in tune with it.
Yeah, he does have a large body. He's fucking 6'4".
Yeah, okay. Anyway, we're talking about dark humor. Bo would appreciate this.
I don't know. He wasn't really, like, that dark of humor.
He was more. He wasn't like.
He just had like a level of edge to his comedy.
It was more
introspective,
dark humor. I'm like kill yourself. Yeah, that was a good one. Which is a great song, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Lower Your Expectations is probably one of my favorites.
Did it teach you that women can love you too? They just have to lower their expectations.
Yeah, I mean, I've always known that, but. Always known that women, in order to love me, they're going to have to lower their expectations.
So this is something I want to talk about, and I feel like this might help motivate you as well, because it motivated me a lot.
I don't want to be motivated.
So I was just casually talking to a coworker, and he's a bigger dude, gay as shit, wants to fuck me. But aside from that,
you can't just assume that every gay guy wants to fuck you.
Oh no, he wants to fuck me. He's very open about it. He's very open with telling me.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be uncomfortable.
Like,
if that was like a straight
relationship, I definitely lean into the jokes too. Like, I make the jokes too, but
if you watch this podcast, you constantly see the jokes we make about each other fucking each other. So
jokes.
I hate you.
Anyway, so I just made comment like, oh yeah, like I'm still like really trying to get in the headspace of like working out all the time and stuff. And constantly eating healthy and stuff, you know. It's definitely an uphill battle, but doing my best. And he was kind of like, well, like, why? Like, you're in pretty good shape. I'm like, yeah, but I could be in better shape.
Yeah, you could be Captain America holding the fucking helicopter to the helipad.
Yeah. And he was like, well, yeah, we can all be in better shape. Like, everyone thinks that. I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm trying to. Like, yeah, we all can be in better shape, so I'm going to do that. And, like, he just, like, didn't understand that mentality, like that kind of like drive of like I can be better, so I'm going to go be better.
And that's why we come from the city of can be, because you always can be better.
We're Mexican, not Mexicant.
I'm white.
Me too. Dude, it was definitely a weird kind of cultural shock, because from the age of like 3 to when I moved to Canby, my best friend was Mexican. He was my neighbor like all throughout my childhood, and my mom was legally disabled, so like I would mostly eat at his house, like spend time with his family. His family was like real close with my mom and stuff, so we would all spend a lot of time together. My grandma remarried, and he's Mexican, So there was a lot of like Mexican culture in my life, and I just didn't know that wasn't a part of white culture until like a lot later than it should have been in my life. Like it was probably like 15-ish, 14, 15-ish before I realized like a lot of the stuff I was used to weren't part of like white culture, and like people kind of like treated it as like weird.
Like which parts?
Like just like a lot of the food culture, the family culture, like just like the way their families are. Like, you know, they just definitely interact a lot differently than white families.
Yeah, because pretty much
Like
from the ages of like 10 to 15, I think
Yeah.
that I was pretty much at your house every weekend.
yeah.
Almost every fucking weekend.
Yeah.
And it was the way you interacted with your family was so uncomfortable.
What?
Not I mean, it was uncomfortable like the way you guys bashed heads at like you guys were constantly yelling at each other. Like just like that's how you communicated.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like you guys would like yell at each other and then be fine. And then, you know, your sister would do something really hot, but I hope she sees this.
Oh my god. I get it. You wanted to fuck my sister.
I know, I was so jealous
But
of
you were so kind to respect dibs.
Oh my god. You missed I was jealous of you.
I heard you.
Yeah, I know.
I heard it, but my joke was funnier, so I went ahead and told it. Ooh.
Oof.
Oof.
I mean, she did move to Georgia, so she was leaning into that.
Listens to country music and shit, too. Goes to church.
Ugh.
Incest.
And then we won't talk about the worst thing, but you know what the worst thing about her is.
Dude, I don't.
Yes, you do. It's fucking coming up Tuesday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's going to fucking throw to
Oh.
fucking
She
Trump supporter.
she lives in Georgia.
It was kind of given.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Is it really surprising that my dad is super left-leaning?
Ed? Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Eduardo?
honestly, this isn't a dig at you, but like if I just was walking by you on the street and didn't know you,
I look like a Trump supporter.
I assume you'd vote right.
Yeah, and that's the problem that I'm having with online dating, which is what we were talking about.
Well, it's because like you're a man's man, but you're like also like you're a man of the people.
I also have emotions and feelings.
Which brings us to our mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our mental health is fucked up because
Yeah.
we can't talk about our feelings.
You need to get off that horse. Men can't talk about their feelings.
But it won't.
You've never talked about your feelings to me. That's
I
not
never
true.
have?
You do a lot.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, and I listen.
But I can't talk to women about that.
You can. You're just dating pieces of shit women.
The one that told me, like, you should go to therapy. No, I'm like, I'm trying to talk to you about this because you want to be involved in this. But you think, oh, you need to go out to talk to a therapist. I'm like, but I'm not trying to unload on you.
Yeah, no, like, sometimes you don't need a specialist. Sometimes you just need an ear.
I was always that ear, but apparently no one else can be that fucking ear. Because it's weak.
I mean, so this is again just me telling you that you need to date better women.
Yeah, I've realized that.
Moriarty was great for my mental health.
I'll date her.
Okay.
No. Whoa, you were way too easy with that.
Dude, like anything to get her back in this house.
Jesus. Okay.
Anything to get them back in this house. My apologies.
We'll unpack that later. Your love and desire for this lady.
Anything.
Sorry, I said lady. I mean for them.
Person.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it's hard.
I did enjoy her. She was fun.
They were fun. You enjoyed
God
them.
Damn it.
You are a bad friend. No, Moriarty was awesome. Joy to be around. Great person.
They're not dead, so
There's always a chance.
they're dead to me.
My only hope is to like win the lottery and be like, please take me back. I have so much money now.
Oh my god. Really? Is that your last chance?
I don't know.
Whatever. We'll unpack that later.
Anyway,
Our mental health.
we're low on batteries, so we got to get talking.
Yeah, we do. Oh, shit.
Oh, Jesus, the battery's fucking low.
Thanks, Bill.
That was more Pete Davidson.
I was thinking Bill Cosby.
Oh.
Not Bill Burr.
Zip zap in the pudding pop.
Okay. Yeah, so mental health, that's a thing. We were talking about online dating. I think this is they're kind of one and the same.
I don't think we really talked too much.
No, I think they're
about
one
that.
and the same, though. Online dating and mental health, because honestly, everyone's out there looking for someone.
Yeah. Well, I feel like one of the biggest things is what the expectations are for like going into online dating are too obscure and all over the place that it just like doesn't pan out and it negatively affects everyone's mental health
You're
involved.
casting too wide of a net when you're looking for something specific.
Yeah. And no one's honest. No one is honest about what they're looking for on like dating apps.
And then people who are honest
um
don't get anything.
like a hairdresser, when I started dating her, what was the thing she said before our first date? Hey, I just got out of a long-term relationship with this girl. I don't want to get in a committed relationship, so don't go getting attached to
Jesus
me.
fucking Christ, we get it. You date bi chicks.
And so I said, okay, cool. I'm not looking for anything serious either. This is perfect. So we're seeing each other, and the first date went really well. We had a lot of fun. And she just decided after that first date, oh, we're a really good pair. That means we're going to be together now. So she
made the same mistake that I made.
So she kind of just decided that we were together without telling me.
Yeah.
And then when I casually brought up something about Tinder, she was like, "You're still using Tinder?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm single." And she was like, "I thought we were like together." And I was like, "Oh, when we decide that, between when you said we're not going to be a couple and now that we're having an argument, like you didn't bring this up at all." And she was like, "Oh, I just figured like you felt the same way as me." I was like, "Well, you never talked about it, so I wouldn't know."
Yeah, that's not how that works.
Yeah, but no, like she set a clear expectation and then didn't abide by it, so that relationship collapsed. And it's like if she was just honest out the gate, like, "Hey, I'm like looking for a relationship now. I think you're great and stuff." After the first date, then we could have dealt with that, and then I would have left her sooner.
You know what would have been really funny, though?
What?
Is after all that happened, is that she came and texted you early in the morning, like, "Hey, do you want to fuck, buddy?"
Yeah, and then bailed out within 2 hours.
Oh, wait, did that actually happen, Taryn?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
It
That's
did.
what's funny.
Yeah.
That happened, like, literally the other day.
I know.
Literally, this fucking chick that you...
Dude, why do I...
How many chicks have you broken up with that have come back to you? You were a fucking chick magnet. See, yeah, we've gone from, like, talking about, like, super, like, sensitive stuff to, like, bro shit. Like, dude, bro,
I fucked her again. I think it's, like, 8 that have, like, wanted to date
in the
me.
last 3 years.
Wanted to date me. I told them no, and then they kept coming back again. I think the problem isn't that, like, I'm some, like, amazing prize. I think I just date morons. I'm kidding.
I don't think you are.
No, I am. Like, most of them
And
are...
the one moron you fell in love with, and she won't come back.
Most of them are just, like, too nice, I feel like, to date me, which, like, kind of paints me in a bad light, but it's kind of true. Like, they thought, you know, like, they had too pure of a view of, like, dating and stuff to where they thought, like, oh, this thing is magical, so it's going to, like, be good and fine. And I'm over here just looking at it as, like, an activity.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's like, I feel like they were too naive about their niceness.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think they were necessarily dumb. Except for cheerleader. Save the cheerleader, save the world.
Yeah, you didn't save that world with that cheerleader one.
Yeah, you couldn't with a
Also,
schnoz like that.
You're an adult, so we can't refer to her as the cheerleader because that sounds like you fucked a high schooler.
She trained cheerleaders because she's a competitive cheerleader still.
Not a real job, but okay.
Oh yeah, she works like Ulta or something.
Yeah,
Also not a real job.
not a real job. Oof. Yeah, no, if you work at Ulta, that's a real job. You go to Ulta all the fucking time. Shut the
I
fuck
go to
up.
Sephora way more than I haven't been to Ulta since we moved here.
Really?
So don't even at me, bro.
Don't even at me, bro. Okay, so, all right. Well, I think we should probably wrap this up then.
Any closing comments? Any?
No, just check us out on the Twitter, Surprising Twit. I love that. Check us out on Instagram, Surprisingly Podcast.
Check us out on OnlyFans, surprisingly small. Spell with an O. Small.
Taryn will hopefully get into a battle with Wendy's here shortly on Twitter.
I'm gearing up for a battle with Wendy's.
That's gonna be way down the line.
I'm prepping. I'm prepping with some hot tweets.
Are you brewing for a pooing with Wendy's?
Yeah.
This is one of the best things I've ever
Dude,
heard
I'm gonna squeeze out their square patty.
I just want you to know that brewing for a pooing, I've got that to catch on at work. So
oh man.
a chalky shake. Brewing for a pooing.
Do you know what's sad? The first time I ever made that joke was at the gates of Valhalla. And on that note,
Wait. The gates of Valhalla. Wait. Do you mean her vagina? Because
No.
Valhalla is your fiance.
Yeah.
Your ex-fiance.
let's not talk about her, man.
We're going to talk about her.
I'm trying to move on over here.
Yeah, but you keep bringing her up.
Yeah, but
like
no.
she's the pinnacle when she was honestly a piece of shit.
But she was hot.
She looked like a boy.
You say that about, like, dude, okay, what was your ex's haircut, huh? Was it
She
a boy's haircut?
She got a short haircut
Yeah.
after we started dating, and I didn't like it. I
Pixie
don't
cuts are fucking hot.
like it. Okay, only Audrey Hepburn can pull it off.
Audrey Hepburn's the hottest person to ever live, and she had a pixie cut.
I like how we both brought that up
Yeah.
right at the same time.
It's because she's the hottest person to ever live.
She's up there.
She's the goddamn cat's pajamas of women.
She the bee's knees.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. We need to end this.
Marilyn Monroe or Audrey Hepburn?
Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, God, what's wrong with you?
Which is weird, because every time I think about it, I'm like, I don't like blondes. But it's like, oh, I like that blonde.
Taylor Swift. Oh, wait, let's... It's Halloween. It's Halloween. I got a joke for you. My boss told it to me.
Okay, this is what we're ending
This is what we're ending on. Why did the vampire get sick after biting Taylor Swift? Because she had bad blood. And this is us, r/signing off.
I like that song.